Hey everyone, it's Trisha. Just a reminder, I'm doing my internship in Manchester, New Hampshire at Create. So I'm doing individual therapy and some group work as well. So that's been going really great. It's been a great couple of days. I know we had this we do every Friday is the day when all the interns are there. It's both master's and bachelor's level interns, and it's really, really great. Currently, I'm the only social work intern. We have a couple other, one individual is doing music therapy and she's getting her LMHC and, or else licensed clinical mental health counselor, so LCMHC. And then another is getting, is doing art therapy. So that's awesome. And then another is just, the same track as the therapist who's doing the music therapy, but she's doing a more traditional track and she's not doing music therapy. And so every Friday we always meet for 2 hours at a time, and we do kind of experiential work, and it's time when we can do all sorts of different kind of therapy techniques and tools that the director Stephen teaches us. And so this past week we did some psychodrama work because we were working on, he had all of the master's level interns tell a story about a client who they were really struggling with. And Sarah, the music therapist, had a story about an individual who she was really struggling with. And so they took her and had her tell her story and had each of the other interns play a role, and kind of created a tableau and a sculpture with that, and allowed it to be processed out and allowed us to kind of share what we were feeling playing that role, whether it was the client or individual supporting the client or Sarah herself. So that was really cool and very, very interesting. And I think my story was about an individual who has autism, but pretty mild, would have been considered Asperger's prior to the change in diagnosis. And I just feel like I really, really struggle kind of connecting with him and getting along with him, and it really feels like there is no bond or connection. And so I was hoping to work through that, but we kind of like voted and Sarah's got picked, and I'm really glad it did because it was awesome to kind of see that unfold in front of us, and it was really, really cool to watch it happen. And so that was really interesting. And so with working with that client, they've been coming really sporadically, and it's just been really hard. He's really he lies a lot, and also doesn't tell the truth, if that makes sense. Like, he'll fabricate stories, but he also won't tell me things that have happened that mom has already checked in with me about, so I know that they happened. And I think I've come to the point where I've stopped allowing him to just pretend that everything's fine in therapy, and I really just kind of confront him with the information. He gets mad and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill my mom," and then I just say I kind of back him up and I say, "This has nothing to do with mom. This is all based on choices that you've made, and mom wanted to let me know because she felt like you weren't going to." And I'm like, "Is that fair?" And he's like, "Yes." He's 14, and he's just he goes back and forth, and he used to come in and say that he was hallucinating all the time, and he would occasionally the room where I usually do therapy in has almost a front door look to it, there's frosted glass, and so once he was like, "Is there a man in a formal suit outside?" And I was like, "I don't think so, but it could be a client, so I'm not sure. No one here is dressed in a formal suit today, no staff or clinicians." And then he went on, and then he just was like, "Oh, that man disappeared." And I was like, "Oh, wow, okay. How are you feeling?" And he would just go, "I'm pretty much terrified right now," with that level and with that enthusiasm. So it's always oh my gosh. And he's since admitted that he's never hallucinated, he just wanted attention. So that's kind of where we are with that. So I guess I'm running just about out of time. So my big question for you guys is, have you ever had a client that you just couldn't connect with, or was really frustrated with, and what did you do about it? So I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.